Okay, now let's talk about. Sorry. Now let's talk about power. Okay. Power is measured in watts. Okay. So basically, 1 watt is 1 joule of energy per second. Okay. Now, yep, this is basically power. I'll give you an example. So if I so so if I push a box, okay, so if I push a box for say it traveled 2 meters. Okay, now say I push it with a force of 3 newtons. I pushed it for 2 meters. Okay. Now let's find out the work done. Okay. So the energy I transferred to the box will be force times distance, okay, which is 6 joules. 3 times 2. Okay. Now if okay, if the whole process took take place, say if I spend 10 seconds, okay, during the whole process, so I'm going to I can find out the power, okay, which is the energy divided by the time, which is 0.6 joules. Okay. So sorry, was okay, actually was, yep, 0.6 was, and it means every second I applied 0.6 joules of energy. Over the 10 second, it moved 2 meters. Okay, now if we look, yep, well, this basically is power, but I show you another one. Okay. If you look at if you look at the unit, okay, of power, okay, so 1 was, okay, equals to 1 joule per second. Okay. Now 1 joule is basically 1 Newton meter per second, and a Newton, okay, force equals to ma. A Newton is basically kilogram meter per second square, okay, times meter divided by second. Okay. So what's happening here, you'll find now, yep, okay, yep, sorry, there was something I need to do before. Okay, now, well, it's been too far from here, just let's look at this first. Okay, so 1 was is basically 1 Newton times meters per second. So what we can conclude from the unit is, okay, power is also can be measured in the work done. Okay. the work done divided by the time. Okay. Also, it can be measured with force times the velocity. Okay. Also, it will work with linear momentum, but just normally we stay with these two. Okay. Now, so for instance, if I go back to the previous question, okay, since I know the force will be 3 newtons and the force will be 3 newtons, travel 2 meters, we have a power. Okay, now similarly, if I tell you, okay, another block, okay, now this block is travel at with a pushing force of 3 newtons, and it is at a velocity of 2 meters per second. Then if we do the calculation, at that instant, okay, the power will be 6 Newton meter, well, which is 6 watts. Okay, so yep, yeah, just another equation for power. It may become well, this equation is not in the syllabus. Okay, this equation here, force times velocity, is not in the syllabus, but it may become handy. Okay, now